All right. What does this say our stream title is? Coworking. God damn it. Do 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 do. Coworking. This is SysDE ML. What didn't work? Coworking HPC ML SysDE. Nope, didn't change it. Huh. I broke my thing. Did this one change? This one changed. Which one changed? Did the GitHub one change? Desktop Linux all day? Ha! That's what I'm saying. Enjoy that. I never have that problem again. Of course it was. Okay, that worked. The YouTube stuff didn't work. The YouTube stuff is busted. So, I think. Nope. Alright, so the GitHub stuff, the Twitch stuff, and the screen is working. How you doing, LTN Labs? So you live, and I knew this would be more valuable. Larry Ellison talk? Oh my god. How can you stand listening to him? Hmm. Yeah. I was just testing a thing. I was testing to see if I could get this to change. I actually just changed my retitle script using AI. Just kind of still working on it. I had it using a refresh token before, but it was messing with it. Access token, refresh token. The refresh token. You can just try a refresh token. Where is it getting it from? YouTube token file. Yeah, the load YouTube token bars is not working. I think it's not working. Refresh YouTube access tokens. Ensure YouTube access token. Yeah. They being Oracle, yes. A popular GPU provider in the AI race. They aren't. Why do you think they are? I feel like they're irrelevant. They're trying to be relevant. They're trying to tell everybody how relevant they are. I wouldn't say they're relevant. Maybe I'm wrong, but NVIDIA is the only relevant company, unfortunately. Uh, Chloe screwed up my script. I gotta have her fix it. Here. None of the YouTube stuff works anymore. Upload file. Have her dig on this for a second. Several companies using Oracle OCI. You see, Oracle OCI got relevant. Huh. Oh, I need SpaceBot so I can have two chats running at the same time. Two chat GPTs. Hmm. I didn't replace anything. You replaced it. The fix. Replace UCP API with this. Oh, you want to see something cool? Remember that whole AF thing we added? Let me show you how useful it is. I'm gonna make a video just about that. So here I have an entire function, right? It's got white space in it. I'm gonna go find it. I'm gonna make a video about this like right now. I'm gonna make a video about this right now. Yeah. Right, here we go. Um, Damn it, I need to change the title. Coworking. What should we call it? What should I do for tips? A light bulb? Should I do a light bulb? Or like tips and tricks? How about I do a star? More you know. What's that? Um, what am I gonna say here? I'm gonna say um yank or delete whole functions with whole functions with vim AF. All right, you guys ready? Are you ready, son? All right. So here we go. I'm gonna SEO optimize tiles. Yes. Oh, recording. All right, this is a quick video about why you want to use Vim AF. Yeah, like DAF, YAF. There's also IF, which is interfunction, but it's not as useful and it's not as well supported across the board. And I want to show you how to enable this. It's actually not enabled in Perl. I actually made it enabled in Perl using text objects. So this is about something called text objects. So let me show you the problem. You've got a function. This is a particularly a problem if you're not fully integrated in your AI. Like you want to just copy and paste snippets and functions back and forth between another thing. And I know that that's not the best way to do it. I know that there's a better command line way to do it. Unfortunately, that it doesn't count, and you can't use it. There's a whole other video about like I use ChatGPT still for this, and I don't use Claude because I don't care, and I already got my $20 a month for that, and I just want to use the same thing. So unfortunately, that means I have to use a different window, as far as I know now. Now I think there is another way to do that. We'll do another video on that. But anyway. So here I went to there's some functions I need to rewrite in the script. And so I handed it off to my AI. And this is just one workflow about for why you would need this. Deleting and moving around functions that have spaces and blank lines in them is a problem for Vim users. It has been for a long time. Because unless you have to have your Vim configured to know about the syntax of a function, what a function looks like, right? So for me, in Go, that's worked forever. So here we have, it says replace your YouTube API with this one, right? So I click over here, I click copy, and that gives me it in my buffer. And in this case, it's fine because there's no spaces here. So I can go look for the YouTube API. Actually, that's not it. Let me find the actual one. So YouTube API, here it is. Okay, so here we got this function, and I don't even know what the difference is. I guess I could look really quick. It looks like it's more or less the same. But anyway, so let's say I want to delete this, right? So from the middle of it, I do DAF. Now that just deleted the entire thing and put it in my Vim buffer. But now I can do a system paste. So in this case, Control C, and it pastes the one that I copied from over here. So you see how nice that is? And if I just wanted to if I wanted to copy the whole thing, I could just do YAF. And in fact, I can take the whole function and pass it to a command with exclamation point AF. And then I could, pass that off if I wanted to save that. I could, echo, or I could cat that to temp foo. I mean, there's a million different things you can do there. Or PB copy, that's another one, right? So like if I have other ways of getting it into my buffer, PB copy is the Mac way to get your buffer, but you could send that entire function to your buffer by passing that, exclamation point, and then you can paste it back into your AI if you want to do that. But that's just again, there are better ways to get you to the AI. I don't want to hit comments down on my YouTube about, oh, you dummy, you should have just done this instead. I'm just trying to show you how to cut and paste entire functions at once and how it happens to be relevant when you're going back and forth between two windows. So here I have set YouTube live title. So copy. I'm going to go look for a set YouTube live title. There it is down here. Right, so this one I have to delete it. It could be, who knows how long it is, right? I don't want to have to go to get all that thing. So DAF, and now I just insert and I paste back my other one and I replaced those two functions. So then I can do a git diff to see what actually changed if I wanted to. Git diff will show me that how those functions changed. Um, and you can see how I took out the tokens, and that's usually the best way to study those kind of things. So I just want to make a quick video about AF. So DAF, YAF, and exclamation point AF. One other quick one. A lot of people don't know this. I had a friend tell me this the other day. You may not know about this, but what if I want to comment out that entire function? I want to leave it there. Do you guys know this one? GCAF. Yeah, I just did that. I commented out an entire function with one command. GCAF. Now let's say I want to reactivate it. GCAF. Well, that one goes against the next one. I'm going to undo that one. I thought it was, well, that works for paragraphs too, by the way. So I don't know why that was not working. That's it. I'll have to look into that one. But usually you can do GCAP, and it'll comment, uncomment, comment, uncomment, comment, uncomment. But in this case, it's not doing it. I don't know why. If somebody knows, put it in the comment. This is only for Bash. So yeah, let's do this one right here. Let's see if we can do this one. GCAP. Yeah. And I want to undo that and then undo my last one. So I guess you could just undo it. Or there is a way to do it, but I think the text objects for this are not right. So how do you set this up so that it does all that if it's not doing it already? Before we leave the video, I want to show you the portions, the relevant portions of my vimrc. If you go into my vimrc, by the way, and you want to go into my dot files, artifactsrob/dot vimrc, make sure you look at my cleanup branch right now, which is where I'm working on all this stuff. And so here's this section that's relevant as opposed to my plugins. That's right, I have a vimrc and an init.lua, which I'll talk about in another video, but this just I do this because I want to use vimrc at work. I don't have neovim. I do, but I don't always have it. So I use vimrc when I have it, and then I've got a lot of code in here that checks to see if there's neovim on the machine, and if not, it uses that. So my init lua checks to see if I have a vimrc, and it does slow start up a little bit. That's my biggest complaint about NeoVim right now. That and the blistering pace of change where they break things all the time. But if you put, so here's the main relevant stuff you need. You need NeoVim tree sitter and NeoVim tree sitter text objects. Now I've got a PR submitted against this project, the NeoVim tree sitter project, to add the Perl um, stuff to that. So I'm doing a lot of porting of old Perl code, submits to PBS 19, which is this, ancient batch system, and I'm modernizing it to submit to Slurm, and we have to do a lot of Perl coding in there. So I'm working with that. I actually added that line to do the AF thing, which you can go. It's actually SCM. I think I might have it somewhere. All right, so actually, if you want to do this without, you could just use my plugin has got it, but because you can't do that with Perl. Right now it's not supported by NeoVim. But if you use mine, then you'll be able to do it. Otherwise you can just go edit the NeoVim line. This is what mine does. Where's my, is it queries? I can't remember where I put it. I don't even know where it is. I just know that it's in the plugin now. Oh, that's probably why. Yeah, I got rid of my personalized one and I put it in the actual plugin, my version of the plugin. So, but what it was is it adds the idea of a function to Perl so that when you do the AF or IF, it doesn't have IF, but if you do AF, it'll it knows what a Perl function is, and that was missing from then you have intrusive text objects. So it's in this version of the plugin if you want to add it. If you're doing Perl, that's really the only reason to do mine. Otherwise, use the other one. And eventually that one hopefully will get approved. It takes some, there's like PRs from December that haven't been approved. Maybe they'll get there someday. But yeah, that's how, and it works for everything, by the way. So like if I'm doing Go code, CD boost, CD Bonsai, I mean, it works everywhere, right? So we can do bonsai test, my Go code. So here we have some example-based tests that got line spaces in them, everything, right? I mean, this stuff works already because this has always worked in Go, with or without the text objects from NeoVim. The Go plugin has always done this, and that's kind of spoiled me. That's why I was upset. GCAP. Yeah, that one didn't. Oh, that's GCAP. Let's do this. GCAF. All right, so there we go. That can go. Now let's see. I want to see if the Go one toggles. GCAF. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Is it GPAF? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. GAF. No. GCAF. And then YAF and DEF. Now Go's also got IF, right? So I can do this. I can do DIF. And that's languages that have like a really intense uh signature line, like the argument line at the beginning. They usually benefit from having like an IF. That's what I just did there, right? So I did DIF and deleted the whole body of the function. I can actually rewrite it if I want, as opposed to DAF, which gets the whole thing. So I think that's probably it for today on that particular thing. Let me know if you have questions or anything, or if I'm missing something. Particularly, help me understand why GC is not. I relatively recently learned about that. I really want to know why it's not toggling comments on and off. I'm doing something dumb, so if you know, let me know in the comments. Why? Oh, I have to turn you off now. Here we go. Recording saved. Okay, so let's see if stream images. I don't know why it's saving the stream images. It's so stupid. Anyway, I think it actually may have my stream. Am I running the server? Am I running the retitle server? I think I am. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Yay! My retitle server is working. Learning how to use it. We're doing lots of things. So, yank delete whole functions with vim af. So that's the last video I made. You know what happened? I have a server. I'm so proud of this. I have a server that watches my recordings and it renames. It waits for the OBS and then it renames the MP4s, the files, and then I can immediately upload those files, um, which is great. Because the best way for me to do anything is to do it right away. So what I do is like I'll do that and then I can actually upload it immediately. And the title is kind of there. I go to your videos studio and I can go to I haven't uploaded a lot of individual videos recently, so I click on create, upload videos, select files, and I don't know why I'm saving that weird place. Yank, Coworking HPC system LME 215. Let's see, prep for tech career banner boost. So I can get that uploading. Oh look, I put the whole thing in there. Yes. I mean, I love that because it gives me kind of a sense of what's going on. Vim. Do I want to do Vim, NeoVim? Tips, tips and tricks. AF, hashtag AF. I always hate that it doesn't do like you cannot reposition your cursor and do anything here. Isn't that weird? It's so fucking weird. They've whoever made this interface over at YouTube, you suck. They seriously suck. It's like if you start with the tags, you're perpetually in hell. All right. All right, here we go. 2 2 2 2 2 2 2. Um, do we need a Vim? Vim tips. I like the lightning. I also like this done. Monetization. Again, this is just faster to do it right away. Next. I know it takes a while, but it's still faster than doing them all at once. Save or publish. Public. Change visibility. We're still checking your video. Publish. And Santos, what are you doing? Bash it. It's a bash built in? I never use it. I don't know what you're talking about. Let me see. Is it a I don't think I remember using it. It might be one of those commands that I use all the time that my fingers remember, but I don't remember. There's so many of them. In fact, I've been having this problem because I was like yesterday I was like trying to consider what to write about in the beginner boost, like how many commands to cover, and I was like I'm gonna have to go through all the ones that I use, and I it's gonna be like, hard because I know them just by heart. Uh, what do you do? What is it? What is the other command? It's not info. It's not help either. Opens the last bash command in the editor, allows you to edit it and executes the changes command when you exit the editor. I think I hit that a lot on accident, but I don't ever use it. I know what you're talking about. I've hit that so many. There's been so many times it's like dumped me into an editor. In fact, if I could disable it, I would because I've accidentally been doing something and then I end up editing my thing in a Vim session and then it runs it right after that. I have a feeling I've been doing it on accident. That's the thing I've been wanting to do. Because I do, you're like, ugh. You ever had that happen? Open is the last bash command in an editor. Oh yeah, that's exactly what it is. I have been doing this. Well, now the mystery is solved. I, I've gotten myself stuck in that command so many times. I wonder why. Yeah, that's interesting. Thank you for helping me finally put it. I finally solved the mystery of why am I editing my command? If you've been doing this long enough, you've got yourself stuck in there for a while. No, I don't alias. I don't alias FC at all. No, in fact, if anything, I would stop it because I inadvertently do that all the time. And I'm like, I don't want to edit my command. I want to run the command or just use something else because I'm just going too fast and I screw up some. Yeah, yup. Shaking data files, public. One restriction. Oh, I'm gonna do a refresh. Did it rename this? Yeah, my rename's still not working. Uh, Past live streams videos. Oh, yay. Okay, videos is still high there. Why not music? Blah 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 blah. I'm entering a new era of new videos. Like my old videos are not here anymore. Yeah. What I was gonna say before I got done with this, I was gonna do. Okay, to tell you the truth, I was not planning. I feel bad now because LTM Bob came over watching and says, "Hey, I want to see your co-working stuff." And I wasn't planning on co-working, but it just kept my old address, my old title from earlier today. And what I was trying to do uh was to do a retitle, which did not work with my video. In fact, that's the middle of the thing. That's what I was fixing actually. So set live title. Let's see. And since you also said there is an upcoming broadcast, replace find YouTube broadcast ID. All right, let's change that one. Actually, that's what I was working on when I got interrupted myself. Find YouTube find broadcast ID. YouTube find. All right, there we go. So DAF paste. Put this thing in here. All right, so if that worked, I should be able to retitle now. Also fix these while you're in there. Your Twitch check is wrong. No, it's not. You keep telling me that, and you keep breaking my code. She's broken my code every time. RC is a shell exit code ICB. Yeah, but you know what? Because JSON. No, you're wrong. In fact, I fixed this, and it said your Twitch failed all the time, and it gave me a 204, and I was like, no, it didn't fail. No, you're wrong. You're wrong about the Twitch thing. You are wrong about the Twitch thing. So there. Like it's not a return code. I know 204 is not a positive return code, but that is what is returned by the Twitch thing. That's their stupid thing, not mine. The Twitch API, look, the Twitch API decided to make a return code of 200 instead of 0 because they don't know about return codes. In your script, Twitch channel is apparently returning 204 as a command status through testing mode. Yeah, not a normal shell style success. Yeah, exactly. Was me reading it like a normal cell API. That doesn't match how it's supposed to be behaving in your setup. Exactly. Corrector check should be the inverse. Should be the inverse of failure. If it not, does not equal. That's what I had before. That's what I had before. Yeah, yeah. She's right. I forgot. I've changed this so many times because she keeps breaking it. Yeah, RC does not equal 204. Die Twitch failed update. Yeah, yeah. The correct check for script should be the inverse failure of this. Blah, blah, or even cleaner equals 204. Die does not equal 204. So that's good catch. My good catch? Well, you're very welcome, Chloe. All right, so we gotta try it now. We're gonna change all the titles. Hold on to your hat. Retitle. I gotta do an emoji. Testing 1, 2, 3. Did it work? Even when you're wrong, she tells you right. I don't think it changes because I don't think it's cache. Nope. It didn't authenticate. Damn it, she broke my YouTube shit. She did. Actually, I broke it because I used her. It's my own fault. I take full responsibility. If I go over here and I refresh, it should be my testing status. So Twitch is doing it. Let's see. And then so Twitch, YouTube. Well, let's look at the Twitch one. Twitch. Yep, testing 1, 2, 3. So Twitch is changed. Get status has changed. On screen status has changed. Uh, and what else needs to change? Oh, well, the YouTube. The YouTube is the one that I just fixed, and it's still not working. And I told her, I said, you broke my code. It's not calling it. And then I gave her all the code. She's like, no, you're still dumb. You're still dumb. Watch. I'll tell her again. I was like, no, still not happening. Watch. Like, sorry, YouTube is still not changing. So I'm like, oh, well, you forgot this and this. Yeah. I have the original one that works. If I have to go back and do it myself, I'll do that. I need to be meaner. I have told her to fuck off and she's full of shit a lot, and I feel bad. I want to practice positive social interactions in my communication, even with my AIs. Listen, bitch. No, just no. No. Do not train yourself to interact with females that way. It is a bad idea. I cannot condone that. It sure is funny though. It's AI. You talk shit to that AI. Who cares? What are you? Like the next slaver generation? AI has feelings too. Oh my God. That's so inappropriate. That's why it's funny. Oh my God. Yes. Didn't you nice Rob with the beard? Yeah. She's sure thinking about it a lot. What's taking you, Chloe? Rewriting your code, Rob. Ow, what is that? I have like a thing on my arm. The new silver tongue, Rob. No, no, that is not me. I've been swearing all day, but I've been trying to look. I don't think it's a good idea to practice aggressive dis speaking, especially to the opposite sex. Which the few times I've allowed myself to do that have gone very poorly. Let's just put it that way. That's why I'm here, Mr. Inappropriate. Yeah, yeah. Today is the new day. The aggressive. Oh, sigh. Why is she taking so long? It's like people who complain they're flying in an aluminum tube at 30,000 feet or whatever. Like bitch about it the whole time. It's like you're on a plane. Appreciate what's happening. Personification turns into a robot and comes after you. It'll happen. Jalopy will be the first to die. Yeah. Stop thinking about AIs as you're calling them clankers now? Is that your derogatory term? Damn, you've invented slurs already. You're ahead of the curve. That's horrible. I cannot condone such behavior. I only laugh at it. Okay, second, you own them. Yeah, of course you do. All right. All right. So here we go. Second, your script currently does this. Am I streaming? I'm streaming to Coworking still, aren't I? I think I am. Yeah. YouTube API put blah blah blah. So if YouTubers report on script throws it and away and embeds it. Yeah. Yeah, but you wrote that fucking code. Don't give me shit. The specific bug in my code. No, 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 you don't. Unless she cuts off your voice. The specific bug in your code is here in my code. And YouTube broadcast fetches only, and your YouTube get broadcast fetches only live broadcast partner stuff at ID equals ID. Then you build a body with only a snippet title. Yeah. That's probably insufficient. You think so? Then why the fuck did you tell me to do that already? Oh, it's time for robo reparations. Oh god. Then build a body with only ID snippet title. This is probably insufficient. The docs explicitly require blah blah blah. Also, you list your list call is fine in principle. Broadcast equals upcoming is a valid if our broadcasts have not yet started. I don't want it to be upcoming. I want it to be the current one. Use these functions instead. All right. All right. Don't argue with her. Do what she says. No, be a good little human. DAF, not to be confused with DTF. Do, 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 do. YouTube get broadcast. I think I've already got this one. It is time for me to get a command line integration. It really is. It is, but it's got to work with Vim. Otherwise, I'm not using it. Do, 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 do. Set YouTube live title. All right, let's try this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Oh, did it work? It took longer. That's usually a good sign. No! Stop wasting my time with your bullshit. God damn it. She took longer and still didn't do it. And she didn't print the error. Time for me to go back to the one that worked and then do it myself. Because she sucks. Yeah. She sucks ass at this. It was totally working before. Before she got a hold of it. She wrote it. What changed in that? Nothing should have changed it. Oh, right. Change the font size. Up the font size. I gotta spend the next hour trying to get YouTube back. Alpaca, what's up? Uh, YouTube file. You know what the problem is she doesn't save the tokens anywhere. No. Before, the token used to load. She doesn't do that anymore now. She does a JQ, files invalid JSON, access token, and refresh token. Okay, that makes sense. Refresh token, YouTube save tokens, access token, refresh token, filter, blah, blah, blah. JQ, I think it's because I have a token file and it doesn't have those tokens in it, but it's not producing an error result. Missing client ID, I've got that. YouTube client secret, I have both of those. Refresh YouTube access token. Is that even getting called? Ensure, otherwise refresh. Ensure YouTube access token. I have a feeling none of that stuff's getting called. I don't think it's getting called. Executive status. Okay, that works now. I fixed that. That part is working. Extract first Unicode character. Yes, this is new. YouTube API. Okay, YouTube API. Ensure YouTube access token. Okay. Max results equals 1. YouTube API get. Content details minus true. Rebroadcast status upcoming. See, it kept upcoming. It kept upcoming. It's not supposed to be upcoming. It's supposed to be live or whatever. We don't want upcoming anymore. Oh yeah. See this? That's what we want. We want this. We want live, ready, or created. I mean, what I was gonna do is I was gonna make it so it changes it before it starts broadcasting, but that snippet needs to change back actually. Yep. Let's do an add dash P. All right, so do we want to keep this one? Response expires with blah blah blah. YouTube access token refresh token expires at YouTube access token. Yes, we want that. Yes. Do we want this one? Yeah. Do we want this one? Sure. Do we want this one? GitHub status stuff. Yes. Do we want this emoji? Yes. How about this one? Stage this hunk is not equal to a 4. I mean, fine. And ensure access token. Yes, we want that for sure. Do we want this? No, we don't. We don't want that. Printf sjson items D. Want printf JSON, get the lifecycle, blah, and then we want the old one. Max results equals 10. Snippet status, content details, mine equals true. All max results equals 10. Broadcast type all. This query before worked, so we do not want that. No. Preferred status equals your body, you choose as active. Get broadcast ID. Could not fetch YouTube broadcast ID. It used to die, and now it's just returning 0. Find broadcast ID. We want that, though. We want YouTube broadcast status active. We don't want that. This used to be find broadcast ID is null or true. Instead, it's doing all this bullshit. Find your updated broadcast, cache by T token, say YouTube live title, return. YouTube find broadcast ID. It's not, see that? Where it just set YouTube live title? It's not doing that anymore. That's why it's broken. Cache by T token. I think we still need to do this. Find the broadcast ID and do the thing. It doesn't actually set the title. It doesn't ever call it. That's exactly what I'm seeing. Could not find your YouTube live broadcast update. I know, I don't want any of this. JSON get YouTube get broadcast. We don't want this. No, it's busted. It busted. Why is it off the screen? Is it that big a hunk? I guess it is. Okay, so snippet equals snippet title, schedule time. No, we absolutely do not want this. We do not. Content details, the body goes to dev null. No, we do not want that. Title file, new title, issue. So we do want the new title thing on the bottom one. We're gonna have to add that by ourselves. Yeah, we do need this one, this main one. Right there, but the rest of that I do not want. No. No. Ensure YouTube token. What is this about? That's the same one. Set YouTube live title. No, I do not want this. Absolutely not. Oh, no, that's just the ensure hunk. We want the ensure YouTube token hunk, yes. That we do want. Get to give his status a new title. Yeah, we want that. I changed that. Yeah, I changed that. All right, so get diff. All right, we just have, this is the Bork stuff that we're gonna undo. Yeah, it's like all the Bork stuff. So I'm gonna get status, get restore to get rid of them. Retitle. Get status, and then it will be bun, and then we just have the modifications to retitle, which we can continue to fix. So get diff stage. ET token file. Make sure we have everything that we want. Token directory expires that. Refresh YouTube access token. Your YouTube access token equals token expires and blah. Okay. I think we might be close to having fixed it. Yeah. Let's try. Retitle 1 2 3 3 4. 1 2 3 4. If I could type. Title's already set. 3. How about this? Wait, my terminal's screwed up. You know why? It's because of that emoji. Yeah, that's the reason. Okay, now that's what we want. Yes. And we click on this. And we click on this. And continue. And continue. And it's going to authorize. And then it's going to reuse the authorization. So I am pretty sure that actually changed it. So let's go see. Don't be mad, Rob. I didn't change it. Reset. Yeah! It got the authorization, but it didn't change it. Oh my God. Did it change all the other stuff? Please tell me I didn't break that. Test. 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 And my OBS changed it to test. Test. All right. So everything but YouTube once again is working, and it was working like earlier. All I wanted to add was a refresh token. This is it. I just want to add a refresh token. I wasn't trying to, cross the ocean or anything. I was just trying to add a refresh token. So apparently my refresh token is not working. The authorization worked. You know why? ARG appears unused. Yes. Well, then why is it there? That's very odd. Okay, so titles. Ensure YouTube access. Okay, okay. So that's what happened right there. I'm gonna go into privacy mode. I want to look at my token. I want to see if it actually got the refresh token. Because I think it did. I think it at least got the refresh token, which is progress. Let me see. Where does sort of refresh token? Ensure refresh. Ensure token reads blah 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 blah. Show us your tokens. How about no? Okay, ensure YouTube token dir, YouTube token file, config YouTube token.json. That's where it is in case you want to find it. Token.json. JSON. Access token expires in refresh token scope. Perfect. Uh, yeah. You remember that auth tool I made? I should probably use that again. It's too generic though. All right, so that, my friends, is actually working. So what on earth is not working? I can't wait to get my Elgato Stream Deck tomorrow. It's coming tomorrow. I can just push buttons. I don't know what to think. Ensure token. Ensure your. Is my. Huh. Okay. I turned my heater on. My feet are cold. Uh. You ever buy stuff from Amazon? I forgot you bought it. And then you buy it again. I am so ashamed. Remember I said I didn't have a power strip? Remember I said I had to wait for my Slurm stuff to set the server up? There's a power strip right here. It still has the twisty tie on it. I haven't even, it was literally like an arm's distance away from me the whole time when I bought another one. You have like three bottles. So I'm not alone. I oh I have a bad memory. Yeah, you guys know this about me already though. It is not a secret. It really isn't. Okay. To be fair, the ones I got actually are going to be on the wall, so I'll see them all the time. Yeah. I got the ones that kind of like take your regular two plug outlet and then they turn it into like a super outlet. And it's got like USB-C and all that thing. They have some actually that if you take your plate off, I want to get one of those. You can take the plate off and you can replace the plate and it goes against your wall and then you screw it in so it doesn't come out when you pull it out. Those are my favorite. Those are my favorite. They makes your outlets like really, really awesome. But, don't put that behind a couch or something. Probably a bad idea. Anyway, ensure token dir is happening. All right, let's trace everything. Set YouTube live status. Okay, set YouTube live title. Wait, what? This really looks like it's calling itself. It is. It's like an infinite loop. Oh no, 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 no. No, no, no. Yeah, this set live title. This has a problem. I'm gonna have to just code it myself. Get broadcast ID, the title snippet, that's all matters. Application data, body, UTF output. This is the part that's happening and failing, and it's throwing it away. So that's why we don't see it. Yep. Not, she said she noticed that, and then she didn't do anything about it. So, Chloe, what's up? Oh my god, it's like so fucked up. This is the problem with emojis on the terminal. They really mess your terminal up. But see, she's getting it again. I don't want to get it again. I want to use the refresh token. That's why I did this. I don't want to have to do this every time. She's not using the refresh token. She's getting a new token every time, which is bad. Now that may have worked. Wait, what? Line 375, unbound variable. Maybe that's the reason. Title arg equals 1. What? Set YouTube live title, new title. Will this desktop audio issue? I was like, no, I'm working on Windows. I totally believe that. That is not true. Access token written to blah. The problem is it's just writing the access token. Well, okay. You see how it's writing the access token, but it's not updating the token.json? I think that's the reason. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get into there. I don't want to get into there. Yeah, Chloe's busted. It's it's time for me to just do it. She ain't got no clue. And why should she? She's doing complex YouTube OAuth. Uh, YouTube API. Authorization bearer token, access token, yeah. Ensure YouTube access token. I've already spent too much time. I don't know if I want to look at that. I get in trouble. Ensure it's YouTube token file. File equals YouTube token file. Directories file. Make directory dash B. That doesn't do anything. Load YouTube token vars. YouTube token file not found. JQ file. Die token file is not valid. JSON. YouTube access token equals access token and refresh token. Expires at. Grabs expires at. It does not contain a refresh token. Save YouTube tokens. This is the thing. Okay, so access refresh expires at. File YouTube token file temp umouse GQ and arg access token refresh token arg expires at access token blah blah blah. That actually gets saved, and then it moves to temp file. That save YouTube tokens. That works. We've seen that work. My audio is gonna screw up. Give me a second. Is this one on? Check. Check 1 2. Check. Just have to change it. This one works too. And reload this one. Hello. Check. Two transmitters, so I can just switch them over. Why do I want to look at that? Am I gonna have to burn my eyes out? I'm a little afraid to click on random links from Jalopy. Oh, geez. That's a little scary. Vibe circuit building. They did circuit building and they vibed it and fried their thing. That's pretty scary that people are even thinking of doing that. I mean, that's pretty scary. That is terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. And there's no quality control. Welcome to the downfall of humanity. Um, It's a YouTube client. YouTube access token. Go get your access token data. You're on a client refresh token. Oh, I cannot refresh your access token. Well, we refreshed it just fine. My access equals print app access token. New access is thousand. New access is save tokens. Ensure the token is a thing. I don't think it's using the tokens to do the queries. Is actually what I would think. Um, Load YouTube back token bars. It's just not using them in the query. Um, hmm. I don't think the query is using the refresh token. I think that's the problem. So the API, the YouTube API call. Ensure YouTube access token. YouTube access token. Do I want the access token or the refresh token? You know what I mean? Um, shouldn't this be using the refresh token? Oh, I know, it's crazy. I've got like 4 different YouTube projects that mess with the API because every time I go to use the API, it's a pain in the ass. It's Google. Google sucks ass. Their APIs are horrible. Every single time I've ever used the Google API, it's been, I can't believe we're all using Kubernetes because that came out of Google. Should send the access token as refresh as part is correct. Behind the scenes to obtain a new access token from Google's token endpoint when the current access token is expired or out of power. Call ensure YouTube access token checks whether the cached access token is still good. If not, it uses a refresh. Okay. Otherwise, the merge have user access in the API. It's conceptually the same. Actually, let's prove that. If I run this again, it should not prompt me. That part we want to test. No, it prompted me. It's full of shit. The ensure access token is not working. I just did this. So either it didn't save the token. I mean, that's got to be it. It's got to be that it didn't save the refresh token properly. Yeah, there it is. Unbound variable. Response written to OAuth token or JSON. I just checked it. That means that ensure access token is not working. Full OAuth response written to YouTube token, but guess what? That file does not exist. Access token expires in 3599. Refresh token. Is that milliseconds? Is that milliseconds? I think it is. Is expires in milliseconds. Should we refresh? The JSON parser, yeah. Expires in means how many seconds from now? 3599. If expires in the token will expire in an hour. That's what's happening. Rare token. Google does not return the refresh token every time you refresh. So the key must preserve. So how do I get a fresh access token without doing a reauth? That's the problem. Refresh YouTube access token. Uh, then your API still uses the access token. I thought we had that already. Give me a second. Refresh YouTube access token. But when does that get called? It just didn't get called just now. Refresh YouTube access token. Okay, so if it expires in a 0, so -0, now minus plus 300, then refresh it. Okay, so that's happening. So there's another call in here somewhere that is forcing that. That's the first thing I want to fix. The first thing we want to fix is get rid of whatever it is. So YouTube live title. Cache YT token. I think the cache YT token is what's doing it. In fact, I think it's an external program. It is. Yep. Set YouTube live title. Yep. Yeah, this is the code is the problem right here. So if it did not get an ID, we were going to go get another ID. All right, I think that's it. Let's try it one more time. Reset. Test it again. Could not find a YouTube live broadcast update. That is what I was afraid of. If there is no ID, see this part is what's failing. YouTube find broadcasting preferred status equals true. Why is this saying preferred status? Set YouTube live title. I don't think we do that anymore. Preferred status equals YouTube broadcast status active. I'm gonna get rid of 2 goes to dev null. Missing YouTube client ID. Why am I missing the client ID? Define broadcast the city upcoming. What? YouTube API get. Okay, YouTube is not. YouTube API has lost its ability. She had me change YouTube API, and in doing so, we lost our client ID. Yep. There's no client ID in this request at all. So what the hell? She took it out of there. Piece of shit. This your code base. Where to go from here? Do I need to learn legacy programming? Contribute to open source in Go, but even after spending days trying to understand the issues or code base, what code base is it? Do you have a code base in mind? Oh, that's the wrong one. Data URL encode. I think the API is fucked up. That's what I think. The API should always be passing the client ID. I don't understand why it's not doing that. I mean, once we get this done, we can codify it in some Go code and then we can just reuse it all the time. Function shaped correctly. TPI should use bath, blah, 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 blah. Refresh token belongs inside your ensure YouTube access token where it belongs. The refresh token actually uses the client token to get access to them. Nope. Then why is this? The client ID and the secret are that was deleted. She deleted that code because she's a bitch, as Jalopy said. I'm using Jalopy's words. She deleted my client ID loading which I already had, so I gotta go find that again. Yeah, YouTube client secret. That's JSON. Client ID. Yep. Um, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Uh, Retitle. How did that code get lost, though? That's what I really want to know. I mean, this is origin main, so I have to do it against the log. Um, I don't know how to do this. If I had a PR, I'd be able to go back and look. Cheat repo view web because I've been doing everything on main like a bad boy. Like a bad boy, I have to go back and look. OBS retitle record automation observer stuff help YT auth bells. Somewhere in here is the code that does the client stuff. So I don't know where that code went because AI. Sure, we're looking for client ID stuff. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so there just says if it's not there, it gives you shit about it. We're never ever putting that in the environment. It's stupid to do that. So, I mean, it's not super secret. The client ID is not like super duper secret, but I mean, I guess it is because you would have authenticate. Yeah, no, it is because I gave it the scopes to do stuff over here. So if somebody had it, they could mess with my stuff. Ensure YouTube access token, client ID. So it looked like that was relatively recently added. It was added recently. So how was it doing it before? Um, I know it was doing it before, and I don't oh, I know where. I know why. Because it was in the cache YT token program. That's why. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. God, I'm so happy this is still here. Um, yep. So what I did is yeah, I put all the stuff in here to do that authentication and client ID stuff in here. Uh, yeah. And she wrote all this for me. She wrote a server that would like do the thing. Yeah, see that? The client ID token. But the difference is that I'm gonna need to check the refresh token every time now, so I can't have it be a separate process. Which is the way you should do everything. That's the way the Go HTTP library works too. They have a special HTTP client for OAuth because every time you make any HTTP request, you need to check it and then do the other thing, which is different than just making a base HTTP request. So I can't separate this logic out into a separate script anymore because it's not a matter of like, oh, hey, just go do this thing, right? I could I could put all of the code here. Uh, Actually, no, I think I could do this. As long as it writes, yeah, see, this is printing to an access to a token file instead of a JSON file. Yeah. And the JSON token, let's see, print. Does it do the refresh token? Access token, okay, so, yeah. The token JSON file. So the token JSON file has the refresh token in it. The thing we lost is the pulling of the client ID. Yeah. Because this was the only, okay. Because I don't think, I only need the client ID when I'm refreshing the token. I don't need the client ID to make the request, which is why I didn't have a client ID in there before. Yeah, I'm glad I'm getting a head around this. This is good stuff to know. It's good practice with OAuth. So, this is not working because the client ID, yeah, it does this thing. It makes the API query, and then it hits refresh. That's the thing. So refresh YouTube access token. So yeah, this all of this code is already in that other program. The difference is the refresh token. So I think all I have to do is change the YT cache thing to detect the refresh token. Could not, it says, could not refresh YouTube access token. Um, I don't need to refresh the YouTube access token. Okay. No, I actually could. I actually could. Okay, so I can do cache YT token. Yes, okay, that's the difference. It doesn't have I'm not passing the refresh token. That's why. I think if I pass the refresh token, I'm good to go. And that's it. I think this exact, then I can get rid of that refresh code and call this code instead. And then every time I call this, it'll just update my token. That'd be good. That would be way, way better. Type authorization code. See, okay, that's why. You see that? Because the grant type for this is refresh token. Yeah. So what I really want to do, I need to, okay, all I want to do is I want to call that program and uh from that point on I can go grab the access token right straight from the file. So that means that if I need to do I should attempt a refresh. If a refresh doesn't work, then I can get a different one. I get a new refresh. That's why, because the grant type is wrong. That's what's wrong. Okay. So yeah, so I actually had it right before and I was just doing it in the wrong place. So I'm gonna actually ask it. I'm gonna say upload file, cache YT token. Just start with the refresh, right? Get a Java internship. A project called B Rob Scotty. Cool. Um, please change this to use current type refresh refresh underscore token and only use the other when needed to get a new refresh token. That was the problem the whole time. The whole time was the cache program was not using the refresh token, so it was getting a new full token every time. That's the problem. She can probably fix that. If she can fix that, then all of this extra auth code can go away. And the reason that's important because now I can write other scripts that talk to the API and I don't have to deal with all this shit. It also means I can codify that into Go later and it'll be a lot better. Hey, Gen X guys. How you doing, Maya J? It's mostly Gen X CEOs over here. We get millennials and Gen Z too. No boomers though. I mean, there are my favorite boomers on Twitch are these musicians. All music matters or something. What's their name? There's like these really fun old boomers that do nothing but music. They're really good. If the right pattern is if token JSON, I'm boom. Here's a cleanup version of cache. I am definitely a boomer myself. In a version of a cache by two token script that does exactly that. Yep, the right pattern is if token refresh token do the authorized flow. That's what we want. She should probably get this right, knock on wood, because she, yeah, this is a pretty involved piece of code. I could not believe it worked first time I ran it. It fires off a server that listens to handle the redirect, to handle the URL redirect. And then, and then it throws it away, all in Bash. It's pretty amazing code. Yeah. So for a Bash script, it's pretty fucking crazy. YouTube downloader. I already have I have a YouTube title changer right now. I already have the downloader done. I did that last night, and I did that in Go for my clip project. All right, where's Joppy?
Твой софт говно.
Oh, that's pretty loud.
Software shit.
All right. Did she finish that? What changed? It's raised a refresh token first. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Copy. All right. I will see what changed because, well, I should have just done this. I should have just done this. I should just do PB paste. Paste. Cache token. YT token. Get diff cache YT token. URL encode. Loopback port, redirect. Okay. The same as before. Save token JSON. There we go. Give it a different scope. Yeah, okay. One command xtg open. Yep. Access token. Authorize new refresh token. Yes. Oh, yes, please. Yes to the please. All right, so this is the thing now. Now we should just be able to do cache YT token. Have it work. Hi, Jen. We're using a lot of AI. Yep. Oh, token cache written. All right, so now We just need to do retitle. And I actually think all the refresh stuff is not necessary. This thing here, DA, don't need that. Ensure YouTube access token, we do need that. Actually, no, we don't. DAF, that's all done by the program now. Save YouTube tokens, don't need to do that either. DAF. Yeah, we use a lot of AI. I've been coding AI tons. YouTube expires that. This entire thing we don't need. Load YouTube token vars. And the file, go get them from the file. Access token, refresh token. We don't need any of that actually. The only thing we need is the access token now. We don't need this. We just need the access token. DAF. This got a lot simpler. Ensure access token, ensure YouTube token dir. Don't need that. YouTube token file. That's all I needed. That probably is good. We need that, I think. We don't need the client secret or the client ID anymore because we have the token. And set YouTube live status, broadcast status, YouTube broadcast ID. Get the ID. If we don't have an ID, say you're bad. The thing is, the YouTube Find broadcast ID should now work. The YouTube API is the main one. YouTube API put is it. Okay, so the YouTube API ensure YouTube access token. So this is the one that's going to grab the access token, but we really don't need to do that anymore. So we just need to pull it. Just need to, we'll plan on it always being there. So, and I don't think the YT cache token, I don't think it, I think actually every time we call the API, we should be calling YT cache token anytime. So cache YT token. We always should call that, and that should just return no matter what. And then after our cache return token, we're going to grab that access token. I'm not going to spit that out or anything because I want to read it from the file. So we need some code to just read the access token and be done with it. And that does not need to be passed ever from the environment. I do not want that. That's bad news bears. We want the token file, but we never ever want that token to be in the environment. So this is going to have to be access token. Token. And the token will have the authentication in it. So, and then we need to read the token from the file. Write some bash with JQ to pull to output the access token only from the file. Yep. Yep. Actually, that's literally it. Token file equals blah. Access token equals blah token file. That's all we need. We'll put this right here. And we can actually, the token file, YouTube token file, there we go. Yeah, we got that already. So access token equals the token file. So token file equals YouTube token file. That way we can test it. and gets the access token, and then this becomes missing access token pile. If not access missing access token in token pile. Failed to get access token from token file. And then we return 1 because a problem. And also there's some bearer access token. I think we're good. Yep. Prime broadcast city. Retitle airplane. Planes are fun. God damn it. Don't need you anymore. Let's see. Refreshing YouTube access token from save. Refresh token. Invalid on the marketing column. So press a refreshing token. Literal at line 1 column 7. Could not find a YouTube live broadcast token. Where is that coming from? That's probably the code I wrote. YouTube API. Where is the YouTube API? Cache by T token. Token file equals YouTube file token. Why get SD token file? Wait, what? JQ dash R access token. I don't need that. What the hell was that about? Huh. Must be coming from someplace else. Make a parse invalid numeric literal line 1 column 7. Where is that coming from? Cache YT token. Okay, that did it fine. That's my thing. So it's a JQ problem. Is that what's doing it? It must have been. Oh, we got another JQ in here. Oh, no. Now we have an unbound arrow. Yeah, this is easy. I don't know why I'm having such trouble with this. JQ-R dot access token. Token file. The end. Why is that having a problem? Is it called access token? It might be you just can't find it. Invalid numeric literal line 1 column 7 parse error. Wait, I gotta do privacy mode on this. I think it's because the file doesn't exist. Yeah. JQ-R dot access token. Token file. Why you no work? Let's dump the access token. Nope, it doesn't like it. What the hell? Is it a dash R? Maybe the file doesn't exist. That's very odd. I'm a variable access token. Title. It's not getting there. Access token is unbound. I'm spending way too much time on this. Parser, JQ parser. Wait, did that mean? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, wait 1 minute. Uh, I wonder. Yeah. Token.json. Access underscore token is there. Refresh token is there. Expires is there. So, what the hell? Um, I think the token file. Oh, I wonder if it's because the token file. Yeah, it's never getting there. Little. There's a JQ that is misbehaving, and it's not this one. Access token above variable. 233. Still has a problem. It's something that's not this. All right, well, that's good to know. So the token file thing, all that stuff is good. I thought I was going crazy. Um, anyway, that's on AI. I remember right? No, no, right, same comment. Access token is good. There's another JQ in here that's failing, and I don't know where it is. So I have to search it out. And to do that, I gotta dump the access token stuff, so I don't know how safe this is. Let me check some stuff. I'm gonna put I'll be back. You know what? OAuth sucks. And you know what? Everybody's got to learn it. It makes me realize we're going to have to teach it. I really don't want to teach it. There's so many things you have to know to do a good tech job. So many things. Like in 1998, I obsessed about the HTTP protocol and I read the RFCs and learned everything about it. And that learning, I did it years ago, but I rely on it every day, all the time for the last 30 years or so. So, I only learned OAuth probably 3 years ago. And I still struggle with it because it's a crazy ass horrible thing. The guy who invented OAuth walked away from the project because it was too complicated and he didn't like it anymore. Like I hate this. I just agree with everything. So anyway, wow, we have more YouTubers than we have Twitch people for once. That's interesting. Hmm. There's another JQ query in here someplace that's failing, and I'm gonna be trying to figure out where it is. The cache token is working, so this is a retitle. Refresh YouTube access token from same refresh token. Okay. Invalid numeric literal at line 1, column 7. So there's a bad JQ line in there, but it doesn't tell me what line of the code it is because it's not, it could be anything that's calling JQ. Line 1, column 7, valid numeric literal. So, I mean, I'm gonna scrap all the JQs from retitle. We're getting the labels. We're not doing the issue thing. It could be the body trying to read it. It's not the access token lookup. We know that that works. I think it's this line right here. I wonder if it's because the title is empty. That's the only JQ call. What JQ calls are in recache? Um, Client ID secret file installed. Um, I mean, if necessary, I'll punt and ask her to evaluate it. Let me give it a shot though. Save titles we know works. Set GitHub status we know works. Twitch title we know works. So we'll get rid of all that. Make sure that's not the issue. Same problem. So set you to the div table. Let's go see where that's defined. There we go. Set you to live title. You know, I put text objects. That was not available before. Since I added text objects, it just jumps to. That's cool. I'm glad I have that. That's a tree sitter thing, I think. First status body. YouTube Pine broadcast status. Record status. YouTube Pine broadcasting ID incoming. So there's no JQ here. It could be here. Title already set. Person value numeric literal at 1. So it didn't even get there. It did not make it. Oh yeah, that made it. So that means it's got to be this right here. I have a feeling. Yep. Right before that. That means it's in YouTube Prime Broadcast. GD. And then there's the JSON. So this is our culprit right here. Yeah. Something about this is not right. Like the JSON equals UTF-8 get or return 1. Well, let's make sure we made it here. I think we did. Ah, no, we didn't. What the hell? Okay, so it's the API call that's the problem. No, we didn't make it that far. What the hell? Okay, control U. We made it here, right? I think we did. Yeah. So, what the hell? I made it here and I put it here after that. So I just find broadcast ID. Okay, so we got the error and then I put made. And then the second time, we didn't get the error. Oh, look at that. Preferred status upcoming. That's the problem. God damn it. This is a these lines right here are problems, period. Just like completely in general. Let's see. ID broadcast ID, then ID get the ID broadcast ID. Okay. Otherwise, go get it. I'm broadcast ID, preferred status is active. Alright, that might take care of it. Invalid numeric literal add line 1, column 7. So it's still doing it. Error cannot find a live broadcast ID. So, wait, to update? Yep. So it has to be in here. It has to be in this code right here. This is calling YouTube API. I think it's there. But what I don't understand is how come it wasn't saying it made it to there. It's not. Um. Yeah, that's something in there. It's something in here. God damn it. My new fancy thing is not working. Nope. So, um, I'm just gonna do v deletes. Uh, I tried to get fancy and I screwed up. I tried to use the CMT, it's not working. How do you undo GMC? I only learned about this recently though. How to undo AGCAP in Vim. I'm supposed to toggle it. You only undo too much, redo it with buff. I don't want to undo it. How to uncomment. I've been using other methods, like I use a CMT command. B code, capital VJJJX. Maybe the first character? That works? Alright. X. Oh, that doesn't work. That didn't work! You lie! Uncomment multiple lines. Delete the character. Go to the start line. Yeah, I know, I can do that. I don't want to do that. Fine. I thought there was an easier way. Apparently not. Uh... Do 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 do. It'll reformat automatically because I have shell FMT as my fixer. See? Bad Rob. What the hell is going on here? This, YouTube API get broadcast, I want to return one. Um, echo JSON. Fuck you, I don't care. Yeah, there it is. All right, so it's doing it. The UTM API is working. This is like a tiny little bug. Someplace that it's this line. This is now the line then. It's got to be printf JSON or and then grab it to YQ. No, that's stupid. I don't want to do that. That's totally stupid. I should have done this instead. Wait, printf SJSON. No, I can just do this. What? Chloe does not know how to code. Honestly, people. That's way better. Refreshing YouTube, literal thing. All right, so clearly there's something wrong with the JSON. So let's do that. Let's dump the JSON. Cat. I mean, there's a lot of ways to do this. No. Echo JSON. Let's just write it out to tempo. Foo.json. All right, there's something wrong with this code in here. Because we got shit. Oh, okay. Well, that explains everything. Yeah, because my caching thing is writing stuff that's messing my JSON up. Did you see that? God damn it. You need to be quiet. Cache YT token. Yeah. I mean, I should have been sending that to stud error. But the truth is, nobody gives a shit. If I was sending it to stud error, yeah. Well, how is that even making it into the query? That should not. I should not be capturing that in the retitle program. So that means that the YouTube API is don't. Okay, that's why. Because I put in the YouTube API. That's what it was. I put the YouTube API actually now calls YT cache, and then that's dumping, and I'm not redirecting the stud out. So what we should do here is redirect this to stud out. So we should do one goes to, well, cache YT token. I mean, let's be real. It should not be writing out actual code. That should be writing to stud error. So printf command, first command, yeah. Missing required. Like whatever the status shit is, that should not be doing it. That's bad code that Chloe wrote. I will now fix. Here we go. This needs to be to stud error. To that should go to what? To 2. I need to do 1 goes to 2. I think. Isn't that how you do it? 2 goes to dev null. Yeah, goes to 2. Refresh. See, refresh went out, but these two didn't. That was Chloe's bad. Here's YT token. Yep. Now, when I run retitle, it should work. Yep. There we go. And it printed all happy days. And that took a long time to find. I should not have taken me that long, but oh well. RTB get live. Echo. Echo JSON is a taboo. Don't need that anymore. We're dumping some. Okay, this, yeah. Oh wait, we're not capturing the ID here. Yeah, that's bad. That's why that's not gonna work. Items empty additional ID. Oh no, YouTube Find Broadcast. We do want that to come out. Okay, that works then. Things are fun. Why is it dumping all that? Where did I put that? My e tags. I have an echo someplace else in here. Maybe maybe not. Okay, there's something. Now we have to like get rid of all your debug code. sudo-debug-i lol. Foundational bugs become the bug. Yeah. Um, I'm dumping something someplace and I have no idea where. Yeah. City to live title, ID, process is true. Deck up find it, blah blah blah. That's your broadcast. I'm dumping something somewhere so I do not know where. Maybe it's gummies time. I wish I had a gummy. I have to move to North Carolina for that. Another reason to move back. For those who don't know, I'm moving back to North Carolina. Very strange turn of events. Where is it getting dumped? That's the broadcast stuff, so it's not caching, it's not the cache token stuff. That is, where is it getting dumped? Titles, API put. Oh, this is it. This is it. I think this is just dumping stuff out, and I need to redirect it. Yeah, I think that's what's going on. Maybe not though. API. Oh, well, from our custody. That's what we want. Turn one. Uh-oh, what happened? Wait, is it dumping all this shit everywhere? It's the last thing I have to fix. Well, you're gonna have to cover OAuth though. Query expression doesn't expand in single quotes. No shit. Um, none of this stuff's getting called. How? What? When? Where? What? What is printing that? What is it? First of all, this is my live broadcast. So this is the get broadcast ID. It's like the whole thing though. That's the result of a live broadcast. So it's going to be an API call. So let's find the Cube API calls. Then we have one here. We have find broadcast ID, Cube API, blah, 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 JSON. And if I were dumping the JSON out there, I would say that was it. This is not, I mean, I don't think this is it, but That would be really weird because we actually, no, that will kill the ID. We need the ID to come out of that because, you know. Are we supposed to set it rather than capture it? I wonder. Get broadcast. There we go. Live broadcast. Get the live broadcast part. Set the YouTube. Wait, what? Okay, YouTube get broadcast. That's it. That is printing out. And then, okay, here we go. JSON. You get broadcast ID. Got it. I cannot fetch broadcast ID. Otherwise, body equals this thing. Body equals the title. Print the JSON thing. The body actually cannot get to build the update. YouTube API. Data body. YouTube API put. Could not. Okay, I have a feeling this is where we need the demo. Yep. Oh boy. Robert. I think that's it. I was right. Do we need all the access token shit? Probably not. Unless we want verbose. I do not require this at this time. I just want it to work, god damn it. Did it change my title? I'm much more confident that it did this time. So let's go look and refresh. Yep, planes are fun. All right, so yay. That didn't change everything else because we disabled everything. I spent like 3 hours fixing this. Feels like 3 hours. Why am I doing this? Because I wanted to change my GitHub status, Twitch, YouTube, and YouTube and the stuff on the screen all at the same time. So planes are fun. One last test, see if we can get everything. And it was actually forcing me to re-auth YouTube, so because it was using the auth token and not a refresh token. So I had to fix that. And now it's fixed forever. Knock on wood. There we go. Planes are fun. My GitHub status is going to be back in if I refresh this, there should be planes are fun. And my OBS overlay should be planes are fun. Yes. Okay. So that's it. Golden git status. Git add dot git commit fix YouTube refresh token git push. Now the thing, why did I do that? I did all of that so that my YouTube video series can be created really simply. Let me show you what I mean by that. So if I go here, see how it says planes are fun? I just uploaded a video. Yank delete whole functions with Vim AF. And it's already had 9 views, not any likes yet, but uploaded. And here you go. So you see how it says yank delete whole function with Vim AF? That's the file name that got uploaded, and that was created from the title. It took the most recent title, created a storm, a slug from it, and then I was just able to drag it over and upload it. So I want to do that because that is what makes it fun to make videos really quickly, like when I'm doing like little tiny videos. And I've been working on this for a while, but it also changes the title when I go live. Now, the last thing I really wish I could do is have it update the restream updated titles, because when I click go live, whatever I have in my updated titles on restream gets overridden by uh, it gets overridden automatically. So then I have to run retitle again. Um, It would actually be really cool if I could have retitle, update, restream. Set, restream. Uh, then I could just run it once before I start streaming. Oh my God, that would be so awesome. And yeah, save titles. Yeah. I don't know that I can do that. I mean, it might be good for me to just keep the same title in my Restream channels pane and then have it be the same one every time. That's like my main one. And then when I'm making videos, I just immediately change it because whatever one was the last one, that's the one that ends up being the final title for the entire video. Except Twitch. Twitch is different. Twitch, I take it back. Twitch is kind of weird. If you go to content on Twitch, you go to video producer, it'll have the VODs. Coworking, see how it's all it uses it uses whatever the first video title was, and it never changes the title of the video. And that's kind of why I don't keep VODs around. You have to keep VODs around if you want clips to work, apparently. Otherwise, I would say just go look at the VOD on YouTube because it's the same video and it retains the name, the last name. So like when I do a summary at the end and I rename it, it keeps it. It doesn't do that, and the VOD on Twitch doesn't do that. So I'm gonna actually ask about Twitch here. This is all stuff I want to get in place before we do the next beginner boost because I am going to do segmented recordings this time instead of having it be one long 3 hour thing. I'm going to try anyway. Um, because it's just more organized that way. So anyway, let me try this thing. I actually want to ask Chloe something here. Um, is there any reason I shouldn't disable Twitch VODs? And I think if I disable Twitch VODs and just have you go to YouTube, it'll be fine. People, but then when it says the latest video from Artifacts Rob or whatever, it's always wrong. It's not the right title. There are a few reasons you might not want to disable VODs, but it depends on what you care about most. Let's break it down. Avoid DCMA headaches, cleaner content strategy, live experience only, edited videos later on YouTube, yes. 5 hour random recordings floating around on your channel, yes. Reduce channel clutter, VODs make a channel look messy, streams are long, titles change mid-stream, segments can't be curated. This is true. For someone like you who has a tight control over the titles and clips, raw VODs might not watch aesthetic. Um, if I have VODs, I'm afraid people are going to go watch them and then they're not going to think. I say reasons to keep VODs, discoverability. VODs help new viewers understand your content when you're offline. They can do that from the clips. Without them, your channel is empty unless you're live. Clips need a source. Clips technically reference a VOD. Twitch keeps them, as sometimes weird edge cases appear in the VOD never existed. This is true. Highlight creation. If you want to highlight highlights on Twitch, I don't want that. Community replay. People in different times can watch later. Yes, they can, but they can do that on YouTube. For a specific streaming style, you have structure. Because on YouTube, they can leave comments. They can't leave comments on Twitch. Post live viewing should be on YouTube because you can't leave comments. The VODs are useless. All right. Uh, how about how about un not publishing them but keeping so VODs work? I think that's probably better. Debating VODs again. I'm gonna be here forever. Are planes really fun? I think they are. Um, right. Let's try this now. We're gonna try my new thing. All right. retitle, question mark. Uh, are Twitch VODs worth it? And now it'll retitle everything magically. So I think the answer is no. How about that? I'm actually gonna make a video about this. We're gonna test everything here. All right, so I've been debating about whether I should have Twitch mods forever, and I've come to the conclusion recently that I don't want them. And let me hear me out here. So here you're looking at the Twitch mods, right? So you can see all the titles in the mods. They're all the title that was when the video was created at the very beginning. So the problem with that is that on YouTube, so if I go out to my live YouTube right now, for example, you can see that I'm broadcasting right now. You can see the title of the VOD, and that VOD cannot be changed. I mean, I probably could tweak another Twitch API query. I mean, right now, if you look at the title of my stream, which I'll show you, um, you'll see that where is it right here? You'll see that it says our Twitch VODs worth it, right? So you can change the title live, but you can't change the overall VOD video name on Twitch. I happen to know through experience that the same thing uh, is not true when you go to the YouTube channel. So if you go to my YouTube channel, Planes Are Fun, is we were screwing around by changing the title, right? Just like I did with Twitch and the Get Up status. I've done a video on that. And you see, I changed it to our Twitch VODs worth it. Now, if I were to end the stream right now, the video that would stay around on YouTube has the name, unlike Twitch. So on Twitch, the video is whatever the title was at the beginning, which sucks because if I want to do a summation at the end of my stream, uh, and I just want to change the title right before I go offline and change all the names and titles and everything to represent what I was last working on, and you know, this changes it when I do the retitle program, which you can go get a cmd-retitle in my GitHub. It's a really cool little tool, and that will change. It changes the GitHub status. It changes my overlay. It changes it changes YouTube and it changes Twitch. So, you know, there's Planes of Fun. If I refresh here, it's here. So the one remaining annoyance here is Twitch VODs, because Twitch VODs are, you know, they're annoying. I don't even know why people keep them around. And honestly, the reason to keep VODs around that I've learned through sad experience is that it works better if in order to turn off VODs, you're also sort of disabling clips. I don't know why that is. It's from my experience, it just screws up your clips. So but keeping a bunch of VODs around, when people go to my homepage and they want to click on it, it's got tons and tons of videos, and they're all these weird names that were the name that was there when I first started the video, which is almost never the name of the video when I conclude, because I don't know what I'm going to do. In fact, I have kind of a process where I will use the, you know, a generic name like Coworking or whatever on the date, and only so that I have, you know, something to start with. But then those names, you know, get, as you can see, they're confusing because they become uh you know, they just become really confusing in the VOD's history that shows up on my Twitch channel. So the downside of that is that when people go, they say, "Oh, hey, so and so just made a video. Here's the most recent video," right? So that's nice because then you can go rewatch the video. But the truth is, I don't want people rewatching videos on Twitch because number one reason, when people are rewatching VODs on Twitch, they can't comment. They can't, if you're going to recast an old VOD, you know, so that everybody could collaboratively go into the community and talk about it, that's a different thing. When an individual is going in to watch a VOD, they can't comment, they can't interact with it at all. And you know, it's just they can't, it's not as effective as just going to YouTube. So the answer is to get people to go to YouTube for VODs, because and everybody knows this, but I just want to say it again. So you go to YouTube for the VOD, and then you make comments or whatever, and then people can go back and deal with that. And then in my case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to unpublish the VODs, but so they don't pop up in my last videos file, but I'm going to keep them around so that the clips still work. That's my solution, and hopefully that will work for somebody else as well. That is all. So, you also can't rewrite with turbo if VODs are disabled. Really? It does look like my VODs get a few hundred views each, though. Yeah, that makes me rethink it because I'm getting more money by people watching VODs on Twitch than on there. What the fuck? I'm not going to change anything. Nor am I going to publish a video. But that was a good test. I mean, it's just, at one point I was like, I'm only doing Twitch because there's more money in people watching VODs on Twitch than there is watching YouTube. You don't make anything on YouTube. So why would I push people to YouTube? You know, it's 12 o'clock. Yeah, I'm running out of steam. That was a lot of coding of nothing, really. I was gonna do some other stuff, but I don't really feel like it now. I think Gordon just got home. I'm gonna go check on him. I'll be back in a second. Hey, is that you, Gordon? I'm streaming audio. I'm bringing a mic in. Oh, you're making a pizza. Did you just go shopping?
Nope, we had that.
Oh, damn.
You want
Are you
some?
just making pizza? You can eat the whole thing. I don't need any of that.
If you want it, just let me know.
Are you TV watching or are you doing something else?
Um,
I mean, I'm still streaming, so anyway, we can talk. I think I am done for tonight. I have other things I want to do. I might come back tomorrow. I am gonna do Slurm stuff tomorrow, a lot of it. So tomorrow's definitely gonna be Slurm-ish things. And I'm actually going to change the title of this video back to this. So yeah, select all, copy. Let's see if it works. Retitle. Wrong, Roberts. Coworking, March 11th. There's like lots of coworking. That's going to be kind of my standard thing. People are going to go look at that though, and they're going to like, there was absolutely no SysDE work here. It was a bunch of fucking Twitch shit. And she's going to bed. I think I need to go to bed too. All right, everybody. Take care. Let's go raid. Let's go raid somebody. I'm glad I did that because that retitle thing was like bothering me. So that's your pull shot. VODs are not VODs is a long answer. Have a good night. I know. Hey Bellum has other things to do like Overwatch. Lol. Who shall we raid? Shall we raid? Shall we raid? You know what I hate about raiding? You have to go to you have to go to your channel and to see who's on because the raid button doesn't show your all the people.
Shout out Brewski. That's what I'm trying to do.
Super annoying. I don't like that. TIG welding on Twitch? That's kind of cool. That's super cool. Rust and good out. Sergeant Pepper. Did Sergeant Pepper raid me last time? We should raid him just to prove that we're good people. Future World Perry. Who are we raiding? We can raid Pepper. I like him. He's a nice guy. I don't like Rust or Godot, but I love that guy. He's a really nice guy. There's nobody else on. Grub Trucker up in Moscow. That's where Gordon's going to be living again. I probably shouldn't say that. Damn it. Too late, Rob. This is why my ex keeps saying you can't help yourself. She's not wrong. She's not wrong. All right, bye. We're gonna raise Sergeant Pepper. Yeah, yep. That's what we're gonna do. Home stream manager raid Sergeant Pepper. Ooh, co-working. Who is this person doing some co-working? Jesus is king. Should we raise? We should raid that person. That would be nice of me, right? Early bird. It's not early. This co-working category is super interesting to me. Yeah. Get back to work. I was just leaving. I'll be back. I'll be back. Actually, I'll be back with my server tomorrow. That's another reason I want to go. I want to plug my server in and get it going. So, ooh, woo. Kubernetes. Yeah, we're gonna do Proxmox and we're gonna fire up a VM and we're gonna put. I was gonna do all of that in the cloud, and now I'm just gonna. I found my power cable, my power thing. So, should we raid peppers? Yeah, sure. Yas, Yas Queen. Bye, everybody. Do 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 do. He's like looking at games. That sounds about right. Bye, everybody.
But I mean, it should be near free. Like, it should be at cost. And it should be like...
Why is it? That's like playing so loud.
Welcome in, Devs. Thank you,
Sorry,
Rob, for the raid.
Did you see us playing that last night?
Thank you very much. How was your stream tonight? What were you guys working on? Can't comment on it. Yeah, I get it. But I would think they would work something out, or that they would, like... I mean, all these... They should have built their own power plants. Everybody's building a nuclear facility now for power, right?
Bye, everybody.
I think I saw it yesterday in the morning, but I've had it for a while.
Wait, what is this about? I don't need that. I don't know how to mouse. I don't.
Or as my